Sama maana nikilok palialunga lo dilok tauniakkoqama. Sama nalunas pittumavunga Aupilardjuk Marianuk. Ataataqarlunga siutinnuarmik. Anaanaqarlunga kumaksiummi. Sama na perussalaorama inummareulorma tataikko angajukkaak. Qallunaani kajuktaungittiarlutik perussatisaulorama. Samakkuningaqqaujimmat kialortunga taassumani. Sama maannani qallunaataqaujimangikkaluarlunga inullariunera asungileraakku. Illuqalerat atortuagarni illurluanni. Illu asigigmimagutaanna. Oqqoivaaloorpaksluni ikkiernarsigiaaramili ikkiernarsiaruppaksuni. Ammalu isumaalunnarsualoorpaksuni ikuallagiassangani. Taissimani saimaatsoqalaungitiarluup perussalaortunga nutaqaugama. Kuvianarsuinnaarma perussallutaqalaortunga. Ajussarpakkaloorluneqqimik aaniangituarangattaquviasiinnalortu taissuman. Maannali ajiignisammarialuani ilekkusiqalerama iluanisagpani. Makkuanutaqakulukka appisaqangileraarat unnukku qanuiliualuuvakiartaima aanniqtauiualuuvaqa isumannarsiqattartu. Isumaalunarsiimarialu. Ajiignisammarialugalutta. Inuuni uuternajortuugaluaq ilangagu utirajartuq uuvunga. Inuuni lattaarilortuq. Tukisittiaqu piugukisiani. Samatamani uqallaarluumavunga apassortaalunga kisianuiaqaarunaa.
From what he said, his name is Mariano Aupilardjuk. His parents were Sutinua Tatakilorte. Sutinua was his father, and Kumaksuk was his mother. He was growing up with no words, lived in igloos in the past, and he didn't have, nowadays, today, we have houses that can get very hot and very cold at certain temperatures. What he wants to talk about is what he's learned in the past and how he grew up. If you have any questions, feel free to ask.
And then I.
Yeah. There's more things to it, but it's a little too long, so I got it.
Yeah, that's great.
Give it all.
I mean, so what do the rocks represent?
Taissimannaka unikkaaqaavama illutuinnaarmi kuvianarpalaumami illurvaarmiungit nutaqaavama perussaam ubbatuangulortugu unnatuangulortugu ukapitaqalaungit ubbaulortugu inummarein.
In the past, when he was growing up as a child, there's these three rocks, but these didn't exist. There was just this rock when he was growing up.
Kaima ilinniarviqaleratta naujaaninunattinni ilinniarviqalerluta unnapikililaut unnaulilaut unnatulilauttu.
When first school came around, before white people came, the school came around, and then this life came around when they started having a school in their communities, in Nepal.
Atulirattigut kuvianangitsorsioqittarsualulerati Inuktitut uvunnerasulilaummiugu unnaattoqumalilaummiugu.
When school came around, people's life started changing around, and then sometimes in the future they try changing their life back to what this rock
Una perlu atong narlu. Una atuliruptiu. Ino kau imaningan ayung ininga unauman. Nunavus unauman inuktitut. Inuktu kau imattiarluni. Nunavumi inuktu ilauguni. Sangi yumarayolagayaktu.
When this Inuit traditional knowledge here, and this he hasn't explained it, but this here, if Inuit and any other race could help each other with Inuit traditional knowledge and other knowledge, get together, it would be very powerful.
Kadunatu kau imattiarluni. Inuktu kau imattiarluni.
This here would know everything about English and Inuktitut, but it would be more powerful if Inuit traditional knowledge and the other knowledge get together. It would be very powerful.
Umay kayong magwino, inumayo. Tunga kattiartu, ukwayang nito. Tunga kattiartu, ukwayang nito. Ikayok tiito.
These two have base that are very stable. They're not staggering. If they could get together, it would be very powerful.
Una pera yupam, tunga kattiarnima.
This here, we're trying to get it out of the way because it's not stable. It's wobbly. It could fall anytime. Inuit lo kabdina lo kat dareli.
Nuna bukalagata. Una makwakule inugalwaksuti. Kadlunato kaun naksiyo. Kadlunato luwen kaun nalaksati. Kagba unaoyo.
This here, for example, for my daughter here, at her age, long before this year, today's youth are very mixed now with their skin. They can look like white people or any other race, but they need to know English and Inuktitut in order to have a good education and good job in the future.
Kagba kadlunato kaun nalagame. Inugame. Inugame inudlagama kadlunato kanayok tunga. Maliga kattiartuarami Inuit taitsumani. Kagba inuktu una kulukadlunato kau imayok. Inuktu kau imanami pisaakanneruni. Ay katittiarayatutaakko.
If our youth today could understand Inuit traditional knowledge and rules from the past, and youth are our future. If they could understand Inuit traditional knowledge and English together, they're together, they'll have a very good education and be very powerful as a leader.
Suukia kaimen sanalaksima yakalaakkoa. Nutaqqanilinnaasittivalauqamma. Taissaman qanuunittiarlunga. Uqausituinnakkut. Ukterusukkaluartuli qaulimanartaarunnangimmat. Kisiani sannallunga takulutik qaulimanartaaralaumat. Takvasanalaksima yakataakko.
Back then he was a teacher himself, but he didn't have these to show to the students he had. He don't understand why he made them, but for some out of the blue, he decided to make them and show people how life should be in the future or today. Yeah, he was a teacher back then, and then after he retired, he decided to, or out of the blue, he made these, and for some reason, he don't know why, he made these and started using them to teach people.
I remember, was it 5 years ago when I was living in Rankin, Aupilardjuk was showing me, like there was a drill, just and he was, this is great in town, but he was showing me the like traditional bow drill and saying, there's two kinds of knowledge are really important because, what if you're out on the land and there's no electricity? I wonder if you could talk about that a little bit.
Okay, tadli mo to tamani lokse mama ilinakti lokse maganiti ko inu sana coaching inni amma kabduna sana coaching inni okhoi sa khawon magani go ko sana coaching khaili I'll take them.
All right. Alena. Piuiwa.
Piuia uwang nuluni.
Da.
Mga luni. Tukisiwala ka tsak mga tao ko. Ikayo. Uwang ni kayo kung makayalo ilukwa.
He starts, he likes now. Thought he's hurt. It helps him feel a lot better helping everybody else to understand how he grew up and how life was in the past and today.
It's helpful for me as a teacher. I mean, I come from the South, and I think the same thing. I believe that for students in Nunavut to be very successful, they have to be strong in Inuit culture and Inuktitut first, but strong in English and Southern culture second. So.
Imenigo ilina kiu amigo ipigit sakto amma makuktu ublumi inu ile kusingin ni kayo matsaga khakliti ilina tsaga khakliti qablunati go ilina khakliti ikayok tole galo inuktu go kayo maluti qablunati go kayo maluti actually ikayok nakakayang matugo makuktu na ublumi yo.
Yes, some sugar would be great. Thanks, John.
How many sugars?
Maybe two?
Two.
Na yaqalu.
Yaqalu.
Hey, alianain. Yeah. Smart guy. Natana kisumba.
Tan negosyo nama.
Iklarvi.
Iklarvi?
Ikalukta.
That's a fish skin.
Iklarvi.
Iklarvik.
You can zoom in with the buttons on the top there. Hey. These are all the traditional tools Aupilardjuk would use in the
Tako go tamang mi ato katalok si may pero sak padliluti.
Kadluna tsaka manera ayulawat. Ikayok talang ni kadluna inuktit. Uwan inuktit na pilalawat.
Back when he was growing up, that's all he used when he was a child. There was no white people around. He was only growing up with the knowledge he has from his parents.
Na Inuit kayumayatjakangit.
Tako unago inu kayo may tokangi.
Inu kayo may tokangi.
Yes. These were the tools that we used when we were growing up.
Wow.
Way before there was white people. Yep.
Tamak ko ahiw yakang inimada ino atulak ng umayok siya utingin. Kagba ukiw ko mawas ko sa bastang naribalak ko sa mga.
These are the tools that we used in the past, in the winter with that they used that for seal hunting. That's a harpoon.
Is it a mini one?
Yeah, mini harpoon. Tako tawto kan na ako sa tuwing na yung That's just a mini harpoon just to teach or anybody. Yeah. If it was a real harpoon, it would be a human-sized harpoon. Yeah. Tanago kano sana simo ba? Nagjuk. Made out of all caribou antler harpoon.
Wow.
With the harpoon hint there.
Sakko.
Yeah, harpoon hint sakko.
The little rivet there.
Yeah, rivet. With the rod.
There
was no metals in the past. No sheet metal. So they used rock to make harpoon hits.
Wow. Na, Savik.
Naligo siya na.
Tamani.
You just sit like
Inuktitut. Saviu
Yarosha. Saviu Yarosha. You just said what he said. You said Savik just like Inuktitut dialect. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's on.
Unikkaatuin naumata kun miljoni. Upperusugejaksuugalla kaujimanare jangitangi. Kisiani takugami iyiminun. Kaujimanat saattu.
If he was just storytelling to you without showing to you, you would believe it. But showing it to you and telling the story, you gain knowledge. Yes.
Wow.
Oh.
Wow. Hey.
Atong lugigisan ilitsareaqarappigu. Aullaksimaluta kappudaqajamin matnaattapa aullaksimaluta ajulaguptaa. Kappudaqmun makua atungnimmata. Samadja aullaksimaluta ajuqajangitsusanajutigilugi. Illuptalu ilon ajungittiarsut. Kanumi ajungit.
With these tools we have today, everything's with power. But we're out on the land without power. We sure could survive with these tools. Even though we're in the community, we don't need to use power electrical system in order to survive in the community. But it would be very useful out on the land for us to survive. Yeah. He would like everybody, not only him, but every other people would like to have people with Inuit traditional knowledge and education from school together to have a good life.
Strong base.
Strong base, yes.
We were talking about this in my meeting today. Liz Fowler from Inuktitut was calling it Tungavik, like having a strong base in your life, knowing who you are and where you come from. Is that the same thing, Tungavik?
Ublamigo, Hosa Kalamata, Ilinas Tio Hatimini. Inuigo Tungavik Hatsara Hakpa, Temana Tigotana Tuki Hakpa. Yes. They both have a good base, like Tungavik. Yeah. What you just asked. Exactly. Yeah. We have to believe in ourselves and other people to have a good Tungavik, good base.
Not Tungavik Kangit.
Tungavik Kangit. Ukauti Yagalo, Pityaku Yagalo, Lamang Ikaran Atulerami Ayulik.
don't want to listen, no, doing a bit like unstable.
Naatsorne nakikkia sanangoa satikilarsimayo hanalorta.
The rock came from somewhere from down south in the city. He don't know from where. Yeah, finally.
Unalinaya uyaranga.
The rock that he's holding right now, that came from Repulse Bay.
Kangasine uyaranga.
And this rock came from Rankinella area. Yeah, Kangasine.
Cool.
Yeah.
Does it symbolize anything that this rock is from down south? Like, has this person lost their Inuit kayumayat tsukangit?
Tanago kano tukikak pakabdunaning alarik tilugo la kano tukikak tipyo.
Inaruni kangayana tunatuin naruni naksamma. Atule.
That there symbolizes it came from down south with alcohol, drugs came around. That's how he symbolized the rock there. Yeah.
Tukiziyam. I'm really happy to meet another teacher, like a master teacher. I'm still learning how to be a good teacher, and this is so important for me to be a good teacher. So,
Koyenemigo, kotinekta amigo, ilinyakti amigo, ilinyakanama, koyenemektok. Ilinyakti lagaluaktanego, ilinyakpalem, ilitivalemago suli.
Ilitivaleta.
Even though we're a teacher, even himself, he's still learning. He's happy to talk to you about knowledge he has, and he's learning from it himself, and you're learning from it. So you're never too old to learn something new. He's taken them all over Canada to teach who he could teach. These rocks traveled nationwide in Canada, all the way up to Ottawa, from west to east, north.
Wow.
Tema. Last shot of the tools.